At this year's Gamescom in August, ROG and Microsoft Xbox collaboratively launched the deeply customized ROG Xbox Handheld X. As loyal fans of PC handheld consoles, having thoroughly used the previous two ROG handhelds, we immediately conducted detailed tests on this new device. Our conclusion is that the ROG Xbox Handheld X, with its deeply customized Xbox system, achieves in sleep mode. Instant play and smooth multitasking are highly convenient. Its battery life is somewhat better than the previous ROG Handheld X, and the grip feel is greatly improved due to the redesigned handles. But these benefits come at the cost of significantly increased body thickness, greatly compromising its portability. With its high total cost of ownership, it feels more like an indoor performance powerhouse for specific users rather than a universal. In terms of portable gaming consoles, when comparing the ROG Xbox Handheld X and the ROG Handheld X, the most apparent change in appearance is the incorporation of two grips. These grips are designed to better conform to the natural curve of your fingers. Previously, with the ROG Handheld X, prolonged gaming sessions often resulted in a distinct pressure against the center of your palm, leading to eventual discomfort in your fingers. A little sore. However, the ROG Xbox Handheld X more uniformly distributes the grip across each finger, significantly enhancing the machine's overall grip feel. This handheld also integrates a vibration motor into the trigger positions. Coupled with the hand-conforming grips, the handheld's vibration effects are now much more pronounced and refined. For instance, when playing a racing game, it genuinely feels as though you can sense the engine's rumble and roars. Although two grips were added, the handheld's weight did not change much compared to its predecessor. The previous ROG Handheld X weighed 678 grams, while the ROG Xbox Handheld X weighs 715 grams, only 37 grams heavier. Yet this brings a significant improvement in grip feel, which I believe is definitely worth the price. However, in terms of size, the ROG Xbox Handheld X is also quite substantial. The overall length and width are similar to the previous model, each increasing by only about a centimeter. But in terms of thickness, the maximum thickness of this handheld reaches 5.09 centimeters, which is nearly 1.5 centimeters thicker than the ROG Handheld X. A body thickness of nearly 5 centimeters limits this handheld's portability, especially for players who need to carry it around. Plus, with such an irregular body shape, figuring out how to fit this device into a bag is a real headache. If you're the kind of user who carefully protects your devices and usually buys a protective case or a carrying bag for your beloved handheld, then this thickness can be quite daunting. What's more, even when placed on a desk, the screen of this machine isn't level. Its bottom is slightly elevated compared to the top, creating an angled display. When using the handheld, we often require one-handed touch operations. If it's on a table, you'll need to crane your neck to properly view the display. Aside from this, the ROG Xbox Handheld X shows no significant changes from its predecessor. The tactile feel of the joysticks and buttons, along with the I/O port configuration, largely remain unchanged. Positioned at the top of the handheld are a 3.5mm audio jack and a DisplayPort-enabled USB 2 Gen 2 Type-C port, a USB4 Type-C port supporting up to 40 Gbps, and a UHS-II microSD card slot. What's different is that this time the ROG Xbox Handheld X has an added Xbox button, the Armory Crate button has been moved to the left, and the other two function buttons have also switched places. Gamers used to the ROG Handheld X might need to get used to with the new button layout. The original ROG Handheld X, which was built on the Windows 11 system, could be straightforwardly understood as a Windows computer, while this ROG Xbox Handheld X is also based on the Windows 11 system. It comes with a full-screen Xbox app that by default boots directly into the system's main page, thus achieving instant play. The Xbox app in full screen mode also minimizes background resource usage and boosts system performance. Currently, this specific feature is exclusively found on this ROG Xbox Handheld X. The main page displays not only Xbox titles, but the system also consolidates games you've installed from Steam, EA, Ubisoft, and Epic platforms. Even minor pre-installed Windows games like Minesweeper games will also appear on the homepage, allowing you to easily resume playing. The Xbox button located beside the left joystick functions as the system's central control. A single press activates the game bar, enabling you to switch between various games, launch other gaming platforms, capture screenshots or record gameplay, monitor the handheld's overall performance and status, and access your Xbox friends and achievements. It also incorporates the original ROG. It's the handheld's control center where you can adjust its operation modes, toggle between joystick and mouse simulation, control screen brightness and sound, adjust the handheld's resolution, and so on. If you long press this Xbox button, you can quickly switch between different games and applications, eliminating the need to manually open the menu bar. Of course, you can also switch to Windows desktop mode from here at any time. To be honest, this multi-app switching This feature is incredibly convenient. While a game is loading or rendering, you can switch out to browse the store, or perhaps play a quick round of Minesweeper or Spider Solitaire. It's also super handy for looking up a walkthrough if you get stuck. Switching between applications is silky smooth, and I rarely encountered a process being killed. Even if you lock the screen mid-game and return after some time, your game session will still be there. It's basically always ready to play. With the prior ROG Handheld X, if it entered a prolonged sleep mode, you might find yourself needing to restart the game. While the game's process would indeed remain active, the speed and responsiveness were noticeably slower. However, with the new ROG Xbox Handheld X, I recently tried this. I locked the screen mid-game one evening, and the next morning I was able to resume playing instantly. This quick resume capability is a significant improvement. Now let's see some actual game tests. For Black Myth, Wukong benchmark, 1080p, medium graphics, 75% clarity, auto frame generation, the ROG Xbox Handheld X averaged 61 FPS, while the old ROG Handheld X got 46 FPS. Cyberpunk 2077 benchmark, 1080p, medium graphics with frame generation on, the ROG Xbox Handheld X averaged 85 FPS compared to 70 FPS for the older ROG Handheld X. We also tested other games on the ROG Xbox Handheld X. Forza Horizon 5 at 1080p with high settings achieved an average of 74 FPS. Borderlands 4 at 1080p with low settings and frame generation ran between 50 to 60 FPS. Hogwarts Legacy at 1080p, low settings averages around 80 FPS. In Dying Light 2 with complex scenes at 1080p, low settings it averages 35 FPS outdoors and nearly 40 FPS in cities. The Finals at 1080p medium settings maintains 35 to 40 FPS in most scenes. Battery life has always been the Achilles heel of gaming handhelds. The ROG Xbox Handheld X, like its predecessor, features a large 80 watt-hour battery. In actual tests with 50% brightness, 30% volume, and default graphics settings, running a mid-tier game such as Final Fantasy VII Remake in 25 watt performance mode yields 2 to 3 hours of battery life. When playing a lightweight game like Balotro, the battery life can be further extended. This level of performance is more than enough for daily commutes or gaming during short journeys. Furthermore, similar to the ROG Handheld X, this console also features rapid charging, achieving around 50% to 60% charge in just 30 minutes, greatly alleviating any battery concerns. To summarize, the ROG Xbox Handheld X's most significant advantage lies in its deeply customized Xbox system. This system consolidates game libraries from various platforms like Game Pass, Steam, and Epic, among others. Instant Play eliminates the annoyance of constant clicking. With the Xbox system's minimal background resource consumption, games can stay running in the background, making them instantly accessible. The quick switch function lets you move between multiple tasks and games effortlessly. These two features make the whole handheld feel much smoother, really delivering on the Instant Play's promise. The added grips on the sides have their pros and cons. On one hand, the improvement in grip feel is really noticeable. Once you've tried it, you can't go back, but the irregular shape and much thicker body mean this device, which was once marketed for its portability, has lost much of that ease of carry. Meanwhile, the restructuring and price increases for Xbox Game Pass have diminished its current value. Only XGPU and PGP now include day one releases. Given the initial price of $6,499 and the ongoing monthly Game Pass costs, it represents a substantial outlay for most consumers. If you've been eyeing the ROG Handheld X for a while, I'd recommend getting this new ROG Xbox Handheld X instead. At $6,499, it's only a bit more than the original $5,999, and the improvements are definitely worth the price, unless you're really concerned about the size of the grips. But if you're new to this and just want to experience what handheld gaming is like, the original ROG handheld at around $3,800 might be a more cost-effective choice.